Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. So in the series of operational amplifier, today we will understand the working for precision op-amp clamper circuit. Okay. So the application of precision op-amp clamper circuit is used for the wave shaping the signals. Okay. So guys, this is long length video, but I am pretty sure if you spend some of your times, you will learn something from this tutorial. So this is the basic circuit diagram of precision op-amp clamper circuit. Okay, here a capacitor is connected and here a diode is connected. When a capacitor is connected in series with any circuit, it is bit complicated to understand the behavior of capacitors. Okay, so now we will understand the working of this circuit. So this is basically a precision op-amp positive voltage clamper circuit. Okay, so we will understand the behavior of the circuit for t greater than 0 and less than t by 2. Okay, for the positive half cycle till here. So we will understand first for t greater than 0 and less than t by 4 till here. Okay, so at time t equals to 0, VCT voltage across your capacitor is 0 volt. So there is no charge stored at your capacitor. Alright. So now when you apply your input signal till here till t by 4, okay, so what will happen now? Let us see the behavior of the circuit. So this is 0 volt, your non-inverting is at 0 volt, and your this is, let us say, a voltage source, that is Vi. Okay, voltage at non-inverting or V minus. Okay, this is V minus, this is V plus. So your V plus is equals to 0 volt and your V minus is, let us we have to find. So if you apply KVL at this loop, let us mark the polarity of this capacitor plus minus. So minus V in plus VC voltage across this capacitor plus Vi equals to 0 volt. Okay, now since voltage across capacitor is 0 volt, this term will be 0. If you want to find Vi equals to V in. That means voltage at your inverting terminal is same as your input voltage. Okay, so now if your V minus is greater than V plus, that means voltage at inverting terminal is greater than voltage at non-inverting terminal. At that point of time, your op-amp will go towards negative saturation. So voltage at V naught equals to minus V set. So this is minus V set. So voltage across this voltage at diode anode is more negative than voltage at diode cathode. So this diode will be off. Okay. Since this diode will be off, your op-amp works now in op-amp loop configuration. So in op-amp loop configuration, VGC not applicable. That means virtual ground concept is not applicable. Okay. So here you have 0 volt and the same voltage will not be appear at your V minus terminal. Alright. So what will happen? And now let us see the charging behavior of this capacitor. So the charging path for this capacitor is this. Okay. And your capacitor is ready to charge since you are applying some time varying signal here. Since the since this resistance value of R is very high, so the charging time is very high. That is, time constant for this capacitor charging is this RC, and this RC is very high, and very high compared to the time constant of your input signal, the time constant of input signal. Okay, so this, if you it goes to at its settling time, let's say 4t or 5t time constant, it would be very high. So capacitor, in that case, capacitor will not get charge. Okay, capacitor will not get charge. So at that point of time, Vc equals to 0 volt again at t equals to t by 4. Okay, now if you go further, t greater than t by 4 here to here and less than t by 2 for this time period. For this time period, again V minus is greater than V plus, that means voltage at inverting terminal is greater than voltage at non-inverting terminal. In such a case, your V naught goes towards negative saturation, that means your op-amp will go towards negative saturation and this diode will be turned off. And since because of high time constant, your V out would be V in. Okay, so your output be your V out follow your input signal. Okay, this is V out. So V out is V in. Now let us move ahead and let us see the behavior for time t is greater than t by 2 and from here to here. Okay, we have seen the behavior till positive half cycle. Let us enter first time to the negative half cycle. On that such a case, when you enter negative half cycle, okay, at here Vc equals to 0, Vc equals to 0 volt. Now let us assume this is V minus voltage source here, V minus. Again if you apply KVL, same KVL, that is V minus, the polarity of this capacitor is plus minus, so V in plus Vc plus Vi equals to 0 volt. Since Vc equals to 0, this term will get cancelled. You will find VEI equals to Vi equals to plus V in. Okay. So now this time your V in, I haven't changed the polarity of V in, but you know the this time your V in is minus negative. Okay, so Vi equals to negative. For the KVL, I haven't changed the polarity of this sine wave. Okay, so since now your V minus is less than V plus, that means voltage at inverting terminal of an op-amp is less than voltage at non-inverting terminal of an op-amp, and V plus is always at 0 volt, you know. Okay, it is V plus as always at 0 volt. So at that point of time, this op-amp will go towards positive saturation. This will not, I am saying this op-amp will go towards positive saturation. Okay. So because of that, your diode anode will have more potential than your diode cathode. Okay. So this time this diode will be turned on and it's behave like a short circuit. Okay. There is some voltage source, this is Vf. Because diode will get turned on, this op-amp will not go towards positive saturation. This is important things you have to know. Because of diode get turns on, this is the behavior of precision op-amp, precision diode. Okay, will not go towards positive saturation. Okay, at that point of time, op-amp goes in closed loop configuration and VGC applicable now. VGC applicable now, that means your virtual ground concept is applicable now. Here you have 0 volt, then your inverting terminal will also have 0 volt. Okay, so here you have 0 volt and here you have a 0 volt. V out equals to at that time 0 volt. So now because of high charging time constant in positive half cycle, this capacitor was not getting charged for this time. Since this is zero potential, this is ground, this is also ground, this we have this resistor behaves like a short circuit. Okay, and your capacitor will get now the charging path through this. Okay, so guys, this is the charging path of your capacitor. Okay, and capacitor, since this is short circuit, there is no time constant for charging capacitor will charge immediately, that is called immediate charging. Okay, at that point of time your v output equals to 0 volt. Okay, so here if you see the graph, for t time period t is greater than t by 2 to t is less than 3t by 4, your diode will get turned on for the first time and your v out would be 0 volt. Here there is a 0 volt, so your v out would be, this is v out, so your v out would be 0 volt. I will tell you the reason for having two V in and V in the last. Okay, so this is V out, so V out equals to 0. This is black line. Okay, so for the first time your diode now get turned on here. This is diode D on. This is the case where your diode D is on. Here diode D is off. Now what will happen? Once your diode will get turned on, your capacitor will charge. Okay, at the peak voltage your capacitor will charge at the peak voltage till here. Okay, so now the voltage across the capacitor vc equals to v in minus v in, it is charge up to negative peak, so vc equals to minus v in. Now if you move ahead for time period t is less than 3t by 4 and greater than t time period from here to here. Now we will see. Okay, so time period t is greater than 3t by 4 and less than t. At that point of time you again v minus is greater than v plus, that means voltage at negative terminal of an op amp is greater than voltage at positive terminal of an op amp. At that point of time your v naught out op amp will go towards negative saturation. Okay, okay, so let us see the working for this, how your v naught v minus is greater than v plus. You have to again apply the KVL here. Okay, you have to again apply the KVL here. So if you apply the KVL, minus V in plus VC plus V minus is equals to 0. So if you calculate V minus, this time V minus equals to plus V in minus VC. Okay, you can see. So at that point of time your VC volt charge stored across the capacitor is higher than your input voltage. Okay, so your input signal is decreasing now, but your capacitor is charged till maximum voltage. Okay, so your input signal is decreasing now. So let us say if your 9.9 volt at your input signal and your capacitor at 10 volt, so you will have 0.1 volt at your inverting terminal of an op amp. Now this point of time your op amp again goes towards negative saturation and it works as a open loop configuration, and now again VGC is not applicable, that means virtual ground concept is not applicable. Okay, now again for this time point of time, since your charging path for this period is this, and since your charging time is very high, the capacitor again will not get charged, but it holds the charge. The property of capacitor is to hold the charge. Okay, so it can hold the charge. Now if you apply KVL again here. Okay, this is open loop configuration, so here V plus is 0 volt. Okay, and this terminal you can find, since it is in open loop, So your V out would be at this terminal, so I can draw it a voltage source here, voltage source with ground. So here you will get V out. Okay, now you have to find the value of V out. Okay, so again you will apply KVL here. Okay, so minus V in, KVL in this loop. Okay, minus V in plus minus Vc, since your capacitor is charged now, plus V out equals to 0. And if you want to find out V out, that means V out equals to V in plus Vc. Okay, so this is your final output. This is your final output. Your V out equals to V input signal plus voltage across the capacitor. Okay, so let us see at time t equals to 0. At time t equals to 0, your input signal is 0 volt. So your V in 0 volt, in that case your V out would be Vc. So you will get Vc here. Okay, and what is Vc? Vc is charge up to V in. Okay, so you will get Vc here. Now if you move further here, okay, for time period t is greater than here to here, here to here, your input signal is V in and your capacitor is again charged. So you will get V in plus V in, that is equals to 2V in. So for this time period you are getting 2V in, that is here 2V in. Okay, this is here, and for here your time period is your input signal again 0, so your output would be V in. For then again here your input signal is negative, so your output would be 0. Then again here you can do the analysis. Okay, so we can see here this time diode was off, only that particular point of time diode was on, and again this is off, so this period only diode on. So if you summarize this, for time period t is greater than 0 to t, diode was in off condition and op-amp goes in negative saturation and your input follow your output. For time period t is greater than t by 2 and less than 3t by 2, your diode get turned on and there is no output. Okay, so your output would be 0. Then again we have find it at any case, at any point of time your diode was not turned on. Okay, and your final output was V out equals to V in plus Vc. At that point of time your capacitor was charged. Okay, so this is the transient. This first cycle is for time period t equals time period 0 to t. This is the transient and this is the steady state. So in many application or data sheet at anywhere you can find only this waveform. Okay, you will find this waveform, not that waveform. Okay, this is the transient. The transient they have separated it out, and this is the steady state condition of op-amp voltage clipper. Okay, now we will see the behavior for precision op-amp negative voltage clipper. Okay, so if you reverse the diode in this fashion, your input signal will completely clap down towards 0. This is 0 and your input signal is clap down. Okay, so this is the waveform for op-amp negative voltage clipper. Now if you if you bias some DC voltage at your non-inverting terminal of an op-amp, what would be your circuit behavior? Okay, so this is the input signal and this is the output signal, V out output signal. So if you apply DC voltage. This is positive D, positive op-amp positive clamper with DC biasing. So this is the op-amp positive clamper with DC biasing. Okay. So if you apply a DC signal at your non-inverting terminal of an op-amp, we will see the behavior of the circuit. So the behavior of the circuit is V out equals to VDC plus V in. Okay, this is V in, and your V out would be VDC plus 2V in. That means at both cases for V in and 2V in, the waveform gets shifted with the potential of VDC. Okay. So in next lecture we will see the design using LTSpice, and we will see the behavior of input waveform, output waveform, and the clamping action. We will match our theory to our simulated result. Okay, so thank you for watching this lecture. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in comment section.